Welcome to the Fresh Patch Podcast, where we talk about everything from dog training to potty talk. It's time to save your rugs and get real. This episode is brought to you by Fresh Patch, featured on Shark Tank, Oprah, and The Today Show. And here are your hosts, Drew and Gabe.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 15.
Is it 15?
I'm pretty sure it's 15.
Okay.
Last one was 14. I know, it's crazy.
Wow.
We're flying around here, but this is the Potty Talk podcast, hosted by myself, Drew, and
My name's Gabe.
we got a very, very lovely host today, and dipping into the cat space, if you'd love to introduce yourself.
I am Mun, and this is Nigel.
Nigel, you're getting
boy.
Nigel's
Butt
backside
shot.
right now.
Yeah,
but
it's a beautiful view.
we'll turn it around. You know. But cool. Before we really dive into things, too, wanted to give everyone a chance to hit that subscribe button, like, comment here on the Potty Talk podcast if you're listening on YouTube or on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Follow Fresh Patch as well on all social media. And then if you want to give your handle a little shout out real
My
quick.
Instagram is Mundane Waifu.
There we
Yeah.
go.
All
So
right.
we'll have that up on the screen for you to follow. But yeah, thank you for joining. We really appreciate it. We're gonna have some good conversation this episode.
Oh, yeah.
You know, your account is very, very interactive, engaging. If you don't know, not familiar, but she's a huge car person. Nigel's a huge car person as well.
Yes.
Cat,
Mhm.
excuse
Car
me.
cat.
Car cat. There
Or
we
as
go.
the internet calls him, car.
There you go.
There we go. Cool. So, yeah, thanks for joining. We're just going to dive into some questions for you, get to know you and Nigel, and, you know, have a fun time right here on the pod. So, Gabe, if you want to start us off with the first question.
Absolutely. I bet everyone's curious and wants to learn more. So tell us a little bit about you and Nigel and like how you got into content creation.
Oh my
and
gosh.
that sort of stuff.
It was totally by accident. I thought so that's I got him around the time that the cats on cars trend started. I got him on vacation. I wasn't even supposed to get a cat. He was there and I wanted him. And I was like, oh, it would be cute to take him to like car stuff with me because I go to car stuff all the time. And I was like, well, if he enjoys it, I'll take him with me. So the first thing I ever took him to was Hot Pit Drift Fest. It's like a mini version of Formula Drift. And I put like little earplugs in his ears. And he was like 10 weeks old, so he was tiny. He was like a 15th of the size he is now.
Wow.
And I took him to that, and he was like really, really chill about it. And I was friends with some of the people there, so they let him sit on their cars. And all I did was really take pictures that day. I didn't even take videos. And then I had another friend message me asking if I wanted to go to an exotic meet like a day or two later. And they have a Lamborghini. And I was like, only if I can bring my cat. And he's like, you want to bring your cat in my car? And I was like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we like sat there and debated it for like 3 hours. And he's like, fine, you can come. So I take him with me. And we're like heading down the freeway. I have this like little tiny cat. He was literally sitting on my shoulder. He was so small.
Oh, Nigel.
And we're like cruising down the freeway in this loud car, like shooting flames, right?
Yeah.
And he's just like unbothered, like
That's
doesn't care at all, like couldn't, like he was just like having a great time. And we get to the meet, and I was like, okay, now can I put my cat on your car? And he's like, yeah. And like, he was like, let her put the cat on your car. And that was the meet where there was Ferrari, and we put him in the intake of it. That was literally
Wow.
like the first ever meet we went to is the clip of him in the Ferrari, and it went viral overnight. Like I think I had like, so one of the bigger accounts reposted it. It got 10 million views in one night. So he
That's so
literally is
crazy.
like overnight fame, and he just held on to it.
Holy cow, Nigel, you're a legit celebrity, dude.
Yeah, it was, and it was just funny to me. That's how it
Yeah.
started. It was just funny.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Honestly, like, it's so rare for, I mean, so many pets out there are very, like, noise sensitive
Yeah.
and, like stimuli sensitive and there's big crowds and stuff. So you're a pretty
He's
unique
pretty
guy.
chill. I did a lot
Yeah.
of desensitization work with him, mainly just because I wanted him to be good for like vets and if other people came over, and I don't want a cat that was always like running away.
Yeah.
And then I was also like, oh, it'd be cool if I had like one of those like on the road cats because I like taking vacations, and a lot of it was just getting him used to everything. And he's pretty good. He has weird noises that I have to be careful about, but most of the time he's very clear when he doesn't like and likes something. So
That's awesome. And you
Yeah.
have a little bit of like a training background. I know you like work with horses and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
So I've just always been an animal person. So it just came a lot of that. With horses, you have to desensitize them a lot and get them used to everything because they're prey animals. So, and cats are not prey animals, but they're cautious.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of the same fundamentals. I was like, oh, let me get him used to this so he thinks it's not a big deal. And then it transitioned into this. Like we put so much intensive training into him in the first 3 months I have him, and then it's been just like refreshers after that. But that's how it started. It's a lot of work at first, and then they're really good.
Yeah. You were mentioning that you kind of like trained him to
Yeah.
look at you when you're holding the camera. Like,
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And then he'll like sit on command. He knows how to stay.
Wow.
And stuff like that. Like he knows tricks like a dog. He used to do high fives. He doesn't do it anymore. But
That's so
he
funny.
used to do high fives.
Oh man, I want a high five.
Yeah, so he has there's a lot of training that's gone into this cat. A lot of people are always like, how do I get my cat to do it? How did you get used to it? And it was like taking him out every single day for like 3 months and like just getting him used to everything. And you can't push them, because if you push them, then they get scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have to go at their pace. And he's a very trusting cat too, which also helps a lot. So
That's cool. He's good with like new people and all that.
Oh yeah, he's great with new people. He'll
Awesome.
let anyone pet him. Everybody always like wants to know if he wants to sniff their hand, and he like doesn't care. He'll let anyone pet him. Anyone can hold him. Like, I've never met someone he wouldn't let like touch. Yeah, he's just always been super chill. But I always, when he was a kitten, I wouldn't let anyone handle him rough. If you picked him up, you had to set him down with all 4 feet on the ground. Like I wouldn't even let someone like slightly drop him down. So it was a lot of like very strict rules until he got used to everything.
Well, that makes sense why he's so trusting now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He had a good childhood.
He did. He was raised right.
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome. Well, cool. And then, I feel like you answered this a little bit, but what inspired you to start bringing Nigel to these exotic car meets? I mean, I feel like it was just that first initial one that it was successful. So, right?
Just fun. Like, I've never really done it to be famous. I've done it because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And because he likes it. Like, if he's not feeling it that day, we usually don't go out. Like, it's very, like, a fine...
He calls the shots.
He does call a lot of the shots, because I don't want him to dislike it. Like, the last few car meets we went to were, like, not that great, too loud and stuff, and I tried to get him to stay a little bit, and he didn't want to stay, so now we don't really go to car meets as much anymore. We do, like, private shoots or, like, friend gatherings or stuff like that. Like, stuff that's, like, at more controlled at a house or something. He likes Formula Drift. I don't know how. But he doesn't
so
like, if
funny.
it's a car meet and the cars are like doing like rev offs, he's like tapped out. But if we go to Formula Drift and the car is literally going right past us, he's like, whatever. I'm like, okay.
We're behind the wall. We're fine. Like,
yeah, I'm like, okay, if you're fine with that, you're fine with that. So he calls a lot of the shots. I'm not ever gonna make him go somewhere he doesn't want to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you kind of like again, like answered this a little bit, but like, how do you kind of go about choosing like which cars to bring him to? And does Nigel have a favorite? I know you shared a little story about him kind of driving earlier.
So he, car-wise, we kind of choose whatever I'm feeling. Like, if I have a good idea in my head, I'll search for a car. I have a couple people I can message and be like, hey, do you know anyone that has this type of car? I want to make a video with it. Or like we shoot with a lot of the same people over and over again.
That's
just
cool.
Because I like them, Nigel likes them.
Yeah.
We're all chill, so that makes it easier. He drove a go-kart at K1. That was really fun.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I was there
The
for
clip of that is coming out really soon.
Yes. Stay tuned.
And then, as far as favorite cars go, he has a couple. The McLaren Senna GTR.
Oh, gosh.
Ooh.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Good taste, Nigel.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Bringing out a 1 of 75. The wing on that, for some reason, the wing is, like, made for cats. That's the only car I put him on. He goes to sleep every single time. Like, it doesn't matter where we are. It doesn't matter how loud the noises are. He will fall asleep on the wing. It somehow holds him in just the right spot. Trying to think of what other
Good
cars
job,
he likes.
McLaren.
Yeah, seriously.
Something you didn't know when you designed your wing.
He also really is a big fan of GT3 RSs, and it's also because of the wing. Cats like wings.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's a wing guy.
He's a wing guy.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And
the
then
GTR, that's awesome.
he really likes tanks.
like
like
military, like
yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, with
So,
like Whistling Diesel.
Whistling Diesel, and then I also
Yeah.
went to a military base and got to put him on a couple tanks. And the only thing I have to be
so
careful
cool.
about is like they're jungle gyms to him, so I have to be able to get up to get.
Yeah, don't want him to like.
Once he starts climbing on top of everything, because he likes to do like King of the Castle and get on the very top of stuff.
That's
but
cool.
Don't want him to
Yeah.
accidentally like shoot a
yeah,
missile
yeah,
or
he's gonna
something,
start
yeah.
World War III. This cat, orange and chaotic.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool. You should definitely come out. We did an event this year with the SWAT canines of
Oh,
San
that's
Bernardino, and it's
Yeah.
with Lamborghini Club of America.
Oh, that's nice.
So they brought us out. We gave a good donation to the SWAT canine unit, but they
Yeah.
let us climb all over their stuff, all the big
Wow.
SWAT vehicles and everything.
That
And
would have
then-
been great. Nigel would have
course.
I
loved
was gonna
that.
Yeah,
say
and
that's
then
like
we-
Nigel's dream.
Yeah, exactly. We caravanned in Lamborghinis to
Oh
there,
my gosh, that's
and
amazing.
then got on all their equipment. So maybe next year. You
Yeah,
guys can
Nigel would
pop
have
out because-
loved that.
That's just a
Yeah.
day in a life for Nigel.
No,
Yeah.
straight up. Yeah, no, it's like right up his alley.
Yeah.
So.
This cat has the craziest life. Like I can't even imagine. Like I've been there with him, and I still
Yeah.
am like in disbelief.
Yeah.
I'm like, this cat has lived like the most random life like ever. I got
That's
him out
so
of a
cool.
barn, and now he's like doing all this stuff. I'm like, you're weird. You've lived a
that
weird
goes.
life.
That goes with the page. Barn find.
Barn find, yeah,
exactly.
It's like Forza.
It was like dusting off a old car, and
Yeah.
suddenly I
Yeah.
have like a multi-million-dollar car.
That's
Exactly.
crazy. Look at that.
Yeah.
Found an old, an old Ferrari down in the
Yeah.
barn or something that no one's seen in 60 years.
Yeah, pull it out and everyone's amazed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fixed it up.
That's so cool.
that's really how it felt finding him.
That's so funny.
Cool.
Yeah.
So back to the car meet things.
Yes.
Taking a cat to a car meet. Do you have a lot of prep? For
There
that?
is a lot of prep that
do you
goes
kind
into
of just
that.
get up and go? How does that? I know you kind of said
Yeah.
he calls the shots, but like, is there
It
a lot more prep?
it's actually funny. There's a lot more prep now than when he was a kitten. When he was a kitten, it was just like put earplugs in, go.
Yeah.
Totally fine. Now it's like I feel like I have to pep talk him and be like, we're gonna go to a car meet. You're gonna sit on some cars. I think it's because I don't really go to meets as much at all anymore. Not just like him. I've just been so busy that I haven't really gone to meets. So I think he's kind of fallen out of the pattern. And when you fall out of the pattern with cats, that's when it starts to become a big deal. But our new routine, that's the prep, is we take him to the car meet, and then he gets to go out to eat afterwards because that's his favorite thing is eating with us at a restaurant. So we take him out to eat afterwards, and it just like positively reinforces the car meet. But
Got
yeah,
it.
it's just a lot of like, I don't know, wash him, clip his nails, all that kind of stuff. But he's a pretty easy cat. He's used to just going random places with me. So
So you have to wine and dine him a little bit sometimes.
yes, we have our restaurants that we go to, and he gets his own little food when we go
Aw.
there, and he's a cool dude.
Yeah, you are a cool dude, aren't you, Nigel?
He said, "Who are you talking to me?"
Yeah, he's like dinner and a date, please.
Like to be wined and dined.
Yeah.
You know?
Dang right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So what has been like the standout moment
Oh
for
my
you,
gosh.
like in your journey of like content creation with Nigel?
We've had a couple back when, so he not anymore, but Whistling Diesel started following a bunch of random people at a time.
Yeah.
And I was literally on my lunch break at work, and I'm just checking my account, and I scroll through, and I see that Whistling Diesel followed me, and it was like the craziest moment for me ever. Because like I remember watching, he's a little bit older than me, and I remember watching him when I was like a kid. And I was like, there's no, like, I wasn't even into cars back then. I was just, like,
So
curious,
crazy.
you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, never in my life did I think I would get to a point where, like, that person would be following
Yeah.
me, you know? I was like, that's weird. And then just there's, like, been a whole bunch of random, like, standout moments. Like, we collabed with the Air Force at one point when he was little.
That's so crazy.
It's so funny.
Oh, Nigel.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He's going to go hide.
Heard
He's
a dog
retreating.
bark and, it's
But-
just Stella.
He
He's
wants
like-
to hang out with the
He's
boy.
like, I want to
No,
hang
no.
out under the chair.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at-
fine.
look at her.
Plenty of room for you down there,
But
buddy.
that was pretty cool. It's just been like a lot of like cool little like funny moments. He did a shoot with some like rally car drivers for Subaru.
Oh, that's cool.
Because Subaru really likes cats.
Oh,
they've
no
been
way.
very cool. Subaru has been doing a lot of stuff with Nigel since he was itty bitty. Like,
No way.
Yeah.
That's
Is
so
that
awesome.
Travis Pastrana or no?
no, we were supposed to shoot with him, and I
Okay.
had to reschedule.
Yeah, I know Chewy
Dang.
did, so I was wondering.
Yeah,
if it was the same.
because I went to a rally that he was at, and I ran out of time. But he, Scott Speed, the driver of Project Midnight.
Okay, yeah.
Nigel's done stuff with him, done stuff with Bucky. She's like, we're in a treat.
Yeah, she's like,
I mean, it's so cool that like, you know, doing this thing with Nigel has like opened doors for you and like allowed you to meet people that like, you know, you're just a fan of, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, this is just cool, which is funny because I feel like I don't really like fangirl a lot in my life, but it's like a weird moment. You're like, these are like, they may not be household names to everybody, but they're household names to me. So it's weird that I'd be at a point where I get to like meet them. Yeah. And I'm like, this is just, it's like a unreal, like it doesn't feel real. It's like, I'm like, whoa, I'm just here with my cat. I'm here because of my cat. And that's more random than anything else. I think that's why it adds a layer of like, oh.
Stella.
That's going on the bloopers. I was like, she won't do it.
Oh, she will. Oh, she will.
Have you ever had someone react in a very funny way when they saw Nigel?
Oh my gosh, yes. There's this one girl, if she watches this, she will know exactly who she is. We were at Formula Drift, the last one they had at Irwindale right before it got knocked down. Uh-huh. And I was running out to my car. I think I was trying to either, like, I needed something for him or I was, like, trying to let him use the litter box, something like that. And as I'm, like, trying to leave, this girl is on the other side coming in, you know? And she goes, Nigel, oh, my God, it's Nigel. Like, just freaking out. And it's so funny. We found her later and let her take a picture with him because I was like, that's the funniest reaction I think I've ever had. Yeah. To a cat ever, like
that's like a Taylor Swift reaction.
Yeah, no, Formula
Justin Bieber like type.
He has such a diehard Formula Drift like fan base because he had a couple Formula Drift videos go really viral, and so a lot of people there know him. And then you know, usually if I'm there, if I'm not busy and he's in a good mood, I'll let people take pictures with him and pet him and stuff. So he has the most like diehard Formula Drift fan base. So usually when we're there, we get a couple people that are like, "Oh my God, it's Nigel!" And like some people will say stuff, some people won't. It's like really funny.
That's hilarious. They're like, "Oh, I'm nervous. Like I want to say hi, Nigel. I hope I'm not bothering you."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because me and Nigel both have very serious faces out in public, so I feel like we don't look very approachable. And then sometimes also I'm just like he's too hot or something, and I'm trying to get him cool down, so I'm like, not right now. But he has a crazy fan base there, and usually that's, if we're gonna get any funny reactions, that's usually where it's at. At car meets, it's just the normal, like, what is the cat doing here?
That's so funny.
It's just really funny.
That's great. And then do people, like, I think you've mentioned this too, but when you actually put him on cars and stuff, do people, like, they usually tend to love it, but some people are a little skeptical?
Some people get a little freaked out, but then they see, like, it's funny because it's usually people that don't own the cars that get really freaked out.
I've noticed that too.
It's usually people that don't own the cars that get freaked out. And
you know what you're doing? It's like,
they're like, do you have permission to do that? And I'm like, yeah, the owner's like right over there in the corner.
I feel like that's like
he's over there with the camera, like, come on.
That's like just an internet thing in general is people like get like they have secondhand sort of. Like,
I do respect it though, because if it was like some random person that didn't have permission, I like would hope that they would say something about it.
Oh, of course.
But I think a lot of people don't realize that we always get permission beforehand.
Yeah.
So, and it usually draws in a crowd. Like if we go to we went to Car Week in Monterey, and he sat on Stradman's car, and we literally had like 15 people taking pictures of him all at once. It was so funny.
Oh my gosh.
Like in the video, you could see like I posted a couple clips of it, but you could see like the crowd like around, and we're in a random parking lot. He was like getting Starbucks or something, and there's like a random crowd behind, and then you'll see like people run out, like pass through the video because they're going car spotting. And Nigel's just there. He's like, what's going on?
You gotta get him like sunglasses.
Yeah, he has sunglasses.
Oh no way.
Yeah, I don't know if I posted a couple videos on. There's a video of him on Whistling Diesel's Take with sunglasses and a chain and a helmet.
Yeah.
Nigel's.
Yeah.
Dripped out.
Does he wear hats?
He does. I have one. I forgot to bring it.
Okay,
from today.
I'll get. I was like, that could definitely work on Nigel.
We'll have to get him a.
He does this little face when he has any hats or helmets on. He goes.
We have to get him. We have a.
I think we did give him.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we did. We did.
With the chin strap and everything.
Yeah, he has a little hat, and you guys give him a little bandana too. He's a big fan of bandanas. This guy.
Ooh.
Big fan of bandanas.
You ever see that meme of the cat with like the melon on the head?
Yeah.
You ever try that with him?
Could you imagine? I don't think he'd let me. I think that's where he would draw the line with me. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. No fruits.
No
No
fruits.
fruits. No fruits.
Not around
Yeah.
here.
That's funny.
So yeah.
Cool. So it's pretty cool. Like obviously, like you're pretty passionate about cars, and
Yeah.
like probably if you didn't have Nigel, you'd be doing a lot of this stuff, you know. But
I would. I don't think it would have escalated as fast because I've
Yeah.
actually, a lot of people think I've been into cars for forever, but this is like a relatively new hobby to me, and he definitely helped get me to the level I am now, obviously with the people I know and stuff. But
that's
I've
awesome.
only been into cars for like, I think this November will be like 3 years. I got
Oh,
into cars a
wow.
year before I got him.
Holy cow!
And
Oh
I
my
was
gosh.
like, it started by just going to car meets, and then I was like, and then
Yeah.
I went to the drift track, and that's really what got me.
yeah.
And
Then
then
you start like making friends and like
yeah, and then I made friends, and I was at the drift track every weekend, and then I got Nigel, and then it turned into this. Like,
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
My life has
such
been
a meant to be cat.
Yeah.
random. I got into the exotic car scene because I crashed my car, and I
Oh,
I
what?
was at a car shop, and my car used to have a really crazy wrap on it, and I was at a car shop, and there was a dude with a Lamborghini there, the
You're
one who
like-
took us to the first exotic meet.
Oh no way!
Yeah,
Oh, that's
and he was
Full
like,
circle.
this car is like crazy. Like, tell me about it. And it's like a lot of the exotic car people have been like, that car
Yeah.
is nuts. Like,
Mhm.
they want to know more. So
It's all
that's how-
about the story of it.
It's
you know?
like, yeah,
That's
I've
cool.
just gotten into the car scene in like the most random ways possible. Like, it's just, it doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
That's so
And it's
funny.
been pretty cool. So, and I've got to experience a lot of cool cars and ride in a lot of cool cars. Nigel's got to
Yeah.
ride in cool cars.
Heck
it's
yeah,
been,
Nigel.
Yeah.
I don't know
been
if the
very
camera can
crazy.
see you right now.
Some
but
really cool cars.
is he
I
still
don't know.
underneath here?
Yeah,
I think
he
so.
is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just
hanging.
chilling.
Yeah, getting some shade.
Yeah.
So do you have any advice for people who are looking to like do content creation with their pet, but maybe like mix some of their own passions and like kind of like
Yeah.
you with like cars and stuff like that?
I would say always put your pet first. That's
Yes.
the number one. Like, if Nigel does not want to do something, I usually will leave within like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
There's only been like 1 or 2 times where I've been like, can we stay? But always like make sure your pet is comfortable. And then as far as that, just go for what you want to do. Like, I do, like, people thought I was crazy at first.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how many people thought, like, who brings a cat to a car meet? Who puts their cat on like crazy cars like that? How are you even comfortable doing that? And then like posting like funny little things that I think are funny.
Yeah.
Like, not everyone might think it's funny. I'm like, just do what you feel like doing, you know?
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
if it's meant to be, it'll turn out good.
Like if you're really passionate about
If you're really
it.
passionate, but I feel like people
Yeah.
can usually see the passion through stuff. And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
usually what does well. If you're just trying to do like cookie cutter copy and paste content, it's not going to do well. Like, do what makes you happy. And then people usually will see that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great advice.
Ignore the haters.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Especially let the haters fight in your comments.
Yeah.
Start fights with the haters in your content in your comments
All
because
press
I cannot
is good
tell.
press.
Yeah.
It promotes your video so well on the
Yes.
algorithm. Back when
Mhm.
Nigel had like 11,000 followers, people would fight in his comments so bad. He had some diehard fans, and then he had some fans that were like, or not fans, but like haters that were like, "Oh my gosh, he's gonna scratch the car. How could you do that?
That's
He's gonna
so funny.
mess up the car." And his diehard fans would like fight them in the comments, and that video would do so much better
That's
because people were arguing.
hilarious.
Hands up in the comments.
So,
They're like,
always
"We're here
let
to
people
for
fight in your
Nigel."
comments. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so
Let them
great.
fight.
Yeah.
Let them fight in
And
your
watch the
comments.
views come in.
Yeah. Algorithm, it fuels the
So
algorithm.
honestly,
yeah.
sometimes I'll fight with people in my comments.
Oh, there you go.
If
Yeah.
I'm bored.
Yeah, you're like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I'm bored.
Gonna-
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Who's
say
really
something.
pissed off at
Yeah.
them
You
right
said
now?
something mean about Nigel.
Yeah.
I'll-
Yeah. So it makes it do better. I don't do it very often,
Yeah.
but like I'll just come in and say something random, and then everybody will be like, "Yeah." And so it
That's
does
so
really
funny,
well.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, cool. So, one final question, too, that we always ask is, you've kind of touched, but there may be another one. What's your best memory with Nigel?
Oh my gosh.
Car scene, not car scene.
I have a couple of really good memories with him. We took him to the beach during car week. This cat loves the beach. He's scared of the waves, but he loves the beach because of the sand.
Oh, yeah.
And we found out he likes to be buried in the sand.
Oh, no way.
And that was like so funny to me. So we'll take him to the beach and bury him often.
That's hilarious.
Like just head sticking out?
Yeah,
Okay,
just head
that's
sticking
Aw.
out. And then
Probably warm. It's probably like,
yeah,
ooh.
he's like, this is cozy.
Yeah.
And then oh my gosh, what are the other good moments? I got a ride in the Senna GTR on the track because of him.
Wow.
That was crazy. And that was like on almost like my 1 year date of getting into cars, which I thought was crazy. Nigel was only, let's see, it was in November. So he had to have only been 5 months old. Like, he
Yeah.
wasn't even very old. That was really crazy. And then, is there anything else that was... I'm, like, trying to think of, like, what the other things are. I don't know. I just enjoy hanging out with Nigel. Because, like, I like the car moments, but honestly, my favorite thing to do is to take him out to eat with us when we get ramen.
Yeah.
The staff loves him. They're all our friends. Nigel loves doing it. That's where he's happiest, is eating ramen at the ramen place. They give him a little chicken piece on a plate, usually, and he'll eat that, and then he likes to play with the chopsticks.
Classic.
So we'll have, like, friend hangouts, and we'll all go get ramen with Nigel.
That's
And that's
sick,
like,
yeah.
like, every time it's just as good as the first time. And then it's also funny because, you know, you sit outdoors when you have a pet with you at a restaurant, and people walk by and they'll be like, why is there a cat here? Like,
don't worry about it.
Or they'll be like whispering, like, look, there's a cat. And it's like so funny to me. But yeah, no, he's just a cool cat to hang out with.
Yeah.
I took a road trip with him back to Washington. I took him on a hike with me. Like, we do a lot of stuff that's not just car stuff. My other cats like to chill at home, but he likes to go places. So he gets to come with me whenever he feels like it.
Adventure cat.
Yeah, he also really likes the rain. So when it's raining, we have to go sit outside for a little bit so he can watch the rain. He doesn't want to be in it, but we sit on the porch and we watch it. And that, like, makes his day. It's so cute.
I'm with you, Nigel.
Does he try to, like...
No, he just, like, it's so weird. He just, like, wants to sit there and just watch it. But it's not good enough from inside. And it's not good enough with the windows open inside. He wants to sit outside and watch the rain. For like 5 minutes. And he sits there perfectly content. And I don't know what it is for him. He doesn't try and play with it. He just hangs out in the rain. And it's always, he'll, like, sit and hit the door until I take him outside. Yeah.
He's just one with nature.
Yeah. He just loves it.
Cool.
That's cool. He's a very well-rounded cat.
He is a very well-rounded cat. I literally could, I don't think I could ask for a better cat. He does everything I want to do and more.
Aww.
Yeah.
I'm very jealous that you got to ride in the Senna.
Yeah, that was a crazy
I was going to say,
experience.
I looked over you and you were saying like, oh yeah, I was only in for cars for a year and I could tell exactly what you were thinking.
Yeah.
I've been in the cars my whole life. I've never done anything like that.
It's also been cool because I feel like I've gotten to talk to and learn a lot from people that have been in this for a long time that are very passionate about it. And that's been very, like, special to me. Like, I feel like a lot of people probably think I take it for granted, but this is, like, cool. Like, this is, like, every day I'm, like, stoked. I've got to sit in a lot of really cool cars and ride in a lot of really cool cars. My current bucket list is to check off every big exotic brand because I think that would be fun. I do a lot of stuff just because I think it's funny, and that would be funny to me. And I think I have, like, I need to ride in an R8 and a Ferrari. So if you have either of those, hit me up.
Hit her up.
Me too.
Him too. Hey, I'll tag along too, just for fun. Why not?
In a Lamborghini, so
yeah.
I'll take all the
and
rest
you know
of
what's
them.
funny is I didn't even really like exotic cars at first. I tell a lot of people that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're more into the drift cars. And
I didn't like exotic cars because I thought people babied them too much.
Yep.
But then I met people who like actually race them and do stuff with them, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Because where I grew up, people only like garage kept them and drove them like out for like 15 minutes and back. And I was like, what is the point of having that?
Miles, like most people don't even hit 500 miles on it.
Yeah, I'm like, what's the point of having that? So I'm still like, there's like a 1 or 2 cool cars that I would want, but I'm still more of like I want a drift car. Like next year, that's gonna be my thing, is to get a drift car. I think because I am hard on my cars. Like I have an STI and it's like been off-roading. It shouldn't be off-roading, but that's what they're advertising it. That car has been airborne so many times.
Oh, shoot.
Unintentionally, intentionally.
Yeah.
Like I'm very hard on my cars, so I don't know if I would ever own an exotic, but I really want a drift car, and then see where it goes from there. I think at one point I would like to own an exotic, but I definitely wouldn't be able to baby it, so I don't know how that would go. Yeah. Like I'd have to drive it how it's meant to be driven.
Has Nigel ever been in like the car with you, like drifting and stuff like that?
Not drifting. Okay. I think that would scare him. He's been in the Senna, not on the track, but he rode in the Senna with me when they were parking. I thought that was pretty cool. And then he's the Lamborghini. We were going really fast in that one. It was a Huracan. And then what else?
The go-kart.
The go-kart, yeah. And then I feel like there was another car that he's been in that was kind of crazy. I'm blanking. Oh, we had to fly out to Tennessee to go shoot and go on vacation because that's where Whistling Diesel is. But we were on there for vacation, and I was like, hey, do you want to shoot? And he was like, sure. Like, it was very, like, lucky. And my boyfriend can't drive my car because it's stick, and I haven't taught him yet. But he has a GT3 RS, and he took us to LAX in that car.
That's sick.
Which I thought was hilarious. So Nigel rode in that car to LA, and I was like, imagine getting dropped off.
Yeah.
It's just like another like weird moment because I grew up in the middle of nowhere, really broke. Like our family did not have a lot of money to be like where I'm at today around this kind of stuff is like actually insane to me.
Yeah.
Like I never would have thought ever, because I wasn't a car person growing up either.
Yeah,
So I never would have thought ever that this would be my life
Yeah,
now.
that's
It's
cool.
been a very, very cool experience.
Yeah.
It literally never gets old.
Yeah.
Like
It's always new
Yeah.
stuff. it
always
sounds
new
like.
stuff,
Yeah.
always new cars to sit on, new cars to be around.
Always new adventures.
Oh yeah.
So
Cool. Well, thank you very much. That definitely, I think that wraps up all our questions. But really appreciate you sharing
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
We love Nigel. We love hearing about the cars. Obviously, of
Oh, yeah.
course, me. You know, and love hearing about. Always here for the car talk. But
And we love providing Nigel with grass too.
Yes.
It seems like he loves it.
Nigel
Yeah.
loves his grass. That's not
Yes.
even me like overhyping it. This cat loves his grass. Our grass patch is on the end of its life at home, and he came in and immediately tried to eat grass when he came in here. And he likes to sit and like sunbathe in it, and
Yeah.
Aw.
the cats turned it into a WWE wrestling match only on the grass for some reason. Like
That's sick.
yeah, so Nigel loves his grass. He's a grass
That's
guy.
awesome. Hey, it's no Lamborghini, but
Yeah.
oh well, it's
Well,
close.
yeah,
it's close.
It's the
Close
Lamborghini
enough.
of the grass
There
world.
you go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
There we go.
Luxury
So-
grass.
Luxury grass. So yeah, everybody listening, check it out. If you do have an indoor cat, Fresh Patch is a great alternative for enrichment. Some cats do use it for litter. I don't think Nigel does, but
None of my
yeah.
cats use it for litter. I've never
But
had an issue with it.
there you
so.
go. But WWE matches, wrestling, they'll get crazy on
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
So check it out, freshpatch.com, if you are interested to get real grass for your cats. And once again, thank you very much for joining. We really
Yeah.
appreciate you. Give you another chance to shout out your social media again.
Mundane waifu.
Yep, there
Yeah.
we go.
Give
we'll
him a
have it up.
follow.
Give her a follow. Have it at the bottom of the screen, and then don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Fresh Patch, the Potty Talk Podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and then all our social media at Fresh Patch. Check out freshpatch.com. We got all your real grass needs, and stay tuned for all the fun content we're going to be pushing out. And
Oh yeah.
once again, thank you.
Yeah.
Really appreciate
Yes.
it.
Thank you so much.
Cool. And see you guys on the next episode.
Thanks for listening to the Potty Time Podcast, brought to you by Fresh Patch. We hope you enjoyed the show. Give us a like or a follow, or shop all of our real grass supplies at freshpatch.com.